years. Actually, today I want to share with you some results of my communication skills test on the official Toastmaster website. Of course, I forget to print it, but I just wanted to say you that there are 4 different communication styles, and when I passed this test, it shows me that my supportive communication skills is 5 points, and initiative communication skills is just 1 point mere behind. So I begin to looking through this explanation and understand that actually in my routine I always use these both styles simultaneously. So today I share with you some exercises how you can develop your initiative and communication and supportive communication skills, and I hope it will be very useful for you too. So to start with, for those who still don't know me, I was growing up in the west of Ukraine, and actually this is a kind of post-Soviet society with some very strict mental organization. So you always should be quiet, you should follow some rules or some customs of society, and of course you can't show your personality. And as an excellent student in middle school, I always follow all these rules, and very often there were so many misunderstandings with society that it developed my teenager crisis. So if you read on some articles what the expression teenager crisis means, it's all about me. So it's a lot of bad things with me on that time. Fortunately, 2 years before graduation, the administration of our school shuffled the students based on their profiles. And I have a great chance to cope with all this crisis and to meet new people and maybe to avoid all these misunderstandings. And actually I made it successfully, and it was a very simple strategy. It's used only 2 steps. First steps, when I come to my new class and see 36 new classmates, I just approach the nearest for me, say, hello, what is the name? And we begin to talk about something. My second step was also about this conversation. I tried my memory and I tried to remember all things and other people told me, including his or her names. Actually, I understand that when you call to some person by their name, it helps you to be more confident with this person, and your conversation can be more deeply and more remarkable. This simple strategy really helps me to cope with my teenager crisis. I even make some friends, and in university I really continue to use this technology, and I still have a lot of friends with whom I can share everything in my life, and it's really a good strategy for this. But I used it maybe now like subconsciously. It's like my second habit, how to develop with all crises. Another crisis which happened with me was about my job. And to start with, I also wanted to tell you about some small exercises. So it was a small school located 30 kilometers from my parents' home, without regular bus connection. So as you understand, very often I was used to go to home using hitchhiking. And every time it was very stressful, maybe a few times it was even dreadful, but in all cases it was a great exercise to develop your communication skills. Because you are standing on the road, you are looking for some cars, you made some special movement with this hand, and when car suddenly stopped, you are so happy that you have at least one person to talk with. You are smiled, you ask, hello, are you going to monastery? Yes, great, can I go with you? So it's all really helps you to be not so nervous and to develop this communication. Of course, in the car, some drivers wanted to talk more, some drivers wanted to be silent, and you just need to understand what he wants and just follow this by rules. Very short instruction. On the beginning of summer, very often I feel some crisis. I called it like professional crisis, because very often some goals are not achieved at the end of the year. Very often you are so exhausted that you can't really estimate in a proper way everything you managed to do during this year. And once my headmaster told me that I was not a good teacher this year. She really accused me that I was not so supportive, so initiative, that's supposed to be, that I am not a non-team player. I really think that it was some misunderstandings, but that situation helped me to develop another habit. I always monitor the job market and send CV once in a while. And every time when I go to an interview, even I have a good job, I go to the interview, I prepare for this. Yeah, I looking through the website, I try my skills, I try my memory, I try to remember all significant information, including the names of those who can interview me. So I go very prepared for the interview. That's why I am not nervous during this. And just to tell you, 1 year, for example, I visited 5 different job interviews and got 5 job offers. And in that situation, I chose the 6th one I already have. So it's like a habit to go into some job interviews and to develop your communication skills. And to continue to conclude all of this topic about communication, I wanted to suggest one very simple thing. At the end of our meeting, don't be so shy, don't avoid communication, approach anyone who are very close to you. It can be some stranger, it can be some person who you know just a little about. Say this very simple word, hello, and follow the conversation. I hope that this small exercises helps you to develop your initiative, your supportive communication skills, and you will be really much more confident speaker during all your life, because it will be like your new habit. So good luck, dears, and hope to approach you at the end of the meeting.